Standing firmly on your mat, lift the left knee, yogi toe lock with the left hand, extend the leg forward, hold the balance, spine is long and open up the hip towards the side. Bend your knee, place the ankle over the right thigh, bring your hands together to the heart center and fold forward. Bring the left hand on the mat and extend the right arm towards the sky. Feel the twist on the right side. Keeping the balance, breathe deeply. Bring the right hand back on the floor for a forward fold. Forehead to knee, keeping the balance. Slowly rise up, coming up on one leg, holding the figure 4. Wrapping your left leg around the knee into eagle pose. Wrap the right arm below the left arm and slowly fold forward, aiming to bring your right elbow over your left thigh. As you undo this, come back into Tadasana. Other side, right knee comes up, yogi toe lock. Extend the leg forward. Doesn't matter if you don't manage to extend the leg. Then open up the hip towards the right. Bend the knee, place the ankle over the thigh. Palms to heart prayer, fold forward. Using the core to protect the back. Place the right hand on the floor, stretch the left arm towards the ceiling. Feel the stretch. Slowly reverse. Coming down into prayer mode. Lifting up slowly. One-legged chair. Preparing for eagle. Right leg wraps over the left. Left arm under the right arm. Slowly folding forward. Touching elbow to knee. Holding it here. Slowly rising up. Back into Tadasana, mountain pose. Open up the legs into straddle. Open up the chest. Clasp your hands behind your back. Lengthen the neck and fold forward, leading with the heart. You can clasp your hands behind your back as you fold forward. Holding the forward fold, bringing the hands down as much as possible. Hold it here. Bring the hands to the floor, open the straddle a little bit more, trying to place your head on the floor. If you're able to do this, you can go into tripod stand, slowly bringing your legs up, keeping your legs together, and then any leg variation that is in your practice today. Slowly bringing the legs back down into straddle, grab onto your ankles, forward fold a little bit more, feeling the stretch in your hamstrings. Place the hands on the floor, flat back, and then slowly move towards the left side. Extend the right leg into runner's lunge. Opening up the chest, back and forth between runner's lunge and low lunge with the knee down. Opening up the chest and the neck as we come forward, forehead to knee as we move backwards. Slowly rise up into crescent lunge, bringing the hands up to the ceiling, looking up, right knee over ankle. Slowly bring the hands down, extend the leg, and bring the right foot outside your left knee for seated twist. Both sit bones are firmly grounded on the floor, and grab onto the outside of the knee, straighten the back, right arm comes behind your sacrum on the floor, slowly lift the chest and then turn. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Let that go and slowly bring your hands to the left side of the mat for a counter twist, bowing your head down. coming back to straddle position, head towards the floor. Once again, clasp the hands behind your back as you fold forward. Try to get the other thumb on top. Open up the chest, lengthen the neck. Come out of the forward fold, place your hands on the mat, and turn to the back of the mat, bringing your right knee down. Slowly extend the left leg, flexing your foot for runner's lunge. Bringing forehead to knee, open up once again, low lunge with the knee down, runner's lunge, and back and forth at your own pace, opening up the chest as we move forward. Bring your hips back, stretching the left leg, forehead to knee for runner's lunge. Moving with your breath, inhaling as you come forward, exhaling as you come backwards. Rise up, clasp your hands, look up, crescent lunge. Protecting your lumbar spine by contracting navel to spine. And breathe. Lower the hands and bring your left foot to the outside of your right knee, making sure both sits bones are firmly grounded, opening up the chest. Lift the right arm and grab around the left knee or tricep to outside of the knee. The left hand reaches to the back of the mat, pushing away as you lift your chest. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to twist a little bit more. Sending the breath to your back and the sides of the body. And undo the twist by coming back into straddle position. Forward fold, place the hands on the mat, bringing the crown of the head towards the mat. Flat back. In preparation for headstand, bring your knees down. Find the right distance between your elbows. Clasp your hands and place the crown of the head on the mat. Straighten your legs and lift your hips. Then lift one foot, lift the other, and extend the legs towards the ceiling. We want to have feet over hips, hips over shoulders. Remember that the weight is spread out through the elbows, forearms, and wrists, and very little weight is actually on the crown of the head. Play around with any leg variations that are in your practice. Keep your drishti, your gaze, focused in one steady spot. Bring the legs down, rise up, open up the chest, clasp the hands, spread the collarbone, lengthen the neck, stretch the throat. Coming into fish, extend the legs towards the front of the mat. Lie down on the floor. Slide your arms under your back and your buttocks. Palms down, slowly slide your arms underneath your buttocks and your back. Lift the chest, open up the heart, lightly touching the back of the head to the mat. Let go, bring your head, neck, and shoulders back on the ground. Bend your knees, place your feet as wide as the mat, and windshield wiper the knees from side to side to neutralize your back. In preparation for bridge, lift the hips, neck is long, lift your hips a little bit higher. Lift the right leg and point the toe towards the ceiling. Bring the foot down, lift the left leg and point the toes towards the ceiling, lifting the hips a little bit higher. Bring the foot down. Release, once again, windshield wiper from side to side to release the lower back. Preparing for plow, bring your knees towards the chest. Extend the legs up and then over to the back of the mat. Point your toes, clasp your hands, shrug the shoulders in, trying to bring your hips above your shoulders. Remember that the neck is long. For shoulder stand, undo the clasping of the hand, trying to bring your palms on the rib cage and less so on the lumbar spine. Lift the right leg, lift the left leg. If you need to readjust your hands, bring your legs down first. If candle is in your practice, extend the arm along the side of the body and then do the same with the right arm. We're trying to keep our feet over hips, hips over shoulders, focusing your drishti on your feet or the ceiling. Keep breathing. Bring your hands to support your back once again, and then bring the right leg down, the left leg down. Through plow, extending the arms and the hands on the mat. Slowly using your core, bring your hips and your legs back on the mat. Bending the knees, windshield wiper from side to side. Bring your knees towards the chest, grab behind the knees, and start rocking backward and forward. This is a great way to massage your back, to massage your spine, as well as activating your core. As we rock forward, hold it for a few seconds, and then extend the legs for both. Extend the hands towards your feet. What's very important here is to keep our chest open, our spine straight, our neck long. When we start to round the back, we put too much pressure on the lumbar spine, and this can be very painful for many of us. Keep breathing. Bend the knees, reverse tabletop. Lengthen the neck, open up the throat, and keep lifting your hips towards the ceiling. Bring the hips down. Round 2 of Navasana, boat pose. This time is Ardha Matsyendrasana, lowering the back. And pike up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring your feet down, bring your back on the floor, your arms to the sides. Preparing for leg lifts, lift your hips. You can either clasp the hands or place the palms on the floor, extend the legs, activate the legs, and then lift up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly bringing the legs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release the legs on the floor. Come onto the side and then on your belly for Sphinx, shoulders over elbows, opening up the chest, feeling the stretch in the abdominals, the chest, the neck, the head is lifted. Release the pose, bring your arms to the sides. In preparation for Salambhasana, Locust pose. Start by lifting the forehead, lifting the neck, lifting the chest, then the arms, fingers pointing straight to the back. Lift the chest a little bit more, shrug your shoulders towards each other, then lift the legs. Point your toes, bring your weight on your hip bones with every breath, trying to lift a little bit more. And release, bringing the left side of the face towards the mat, releasing any tension. In preparation for Dhanurasana or boat pose, tuck your belly in to protect your back. Bend your right leg, grab your ankle with your right hand. Then bend the left leg, grab the ankle with your left hand. Lift the head, open up the shoulders, then lift the legs. If you rock backwards and forwards as you inhale and exhale, that's totally fine. Keeping your drishti, keeping your gaze in a fixed point. Then release, bringing your right side of the face on the mat. You can sway hips side to side to release the back, to release the lumbar spine. And then push yourself back into child's pose. Hips to ankles, arms are active, pushing away strongly away from the mat for a deeper lumbar and hip stretch. Coming into Malasana or squat pose. Opening up the hips and the knees towards the sides. The feet can be parallel or open diagonally away from you. Bring your hands to heart prayer, pushing the outside of your elbows to the inside of your knees. Lengthen your spine, lengthen the neck, lowering your seat towards the floor a little bit more. Extend the right arm diagonally away, place it on the mat. Extend the left arm up and away, creating a straight line with your arms. If half binding or full binding is in your practice, bend your elbows and clasp your hands behind your back. We want to keep our chest and our heart open and our necks long. From here, if you want to try Bird of Paradise, start to bring your right foot closer to the midline. Bring your weight on the left leg, start to stand on your left leg and bring your right leg up with you, maintaining the double bind. Doesn't matter if you fall, just keep trying. Once you're standing on your left leg, keep opening the chest and lengthening the neck. Slowly coming down, bringing the right foot on the mat. Release the bind, extend the arms diagonally away, and coming back to Malasana, squat pose. Other side, extend the left arm, extend the right arm diagonally away. If you're binding, clasping your hands behind your back and opening up the chest, lengthening the spine, lengthening the neck. If you're trying Bird of Paradise on this side, start bringing your left foot towards the midline and then using the core, straightening the right leg, holding the double bind, and once you're standing, opening up the chest and the neck. Slowly lower down the foot back on the mat. Extend the arms diagonally away, back into Malasana, squat pose. Try to keep your forearms in a straight line. Elbows pushing into the knees, knees pushing into the elbows. Release the hands, bring them on the floor, preparing for crow. Lift the hips, bring your feet a little closer. Tuck your knees into your armpits. Use your hip flexors to bring your knees closer to your chest. Bring the weight forward, coming into a hand balance. Then bring your feet down, coming back into Malasana. Lift the hands, pray to sky, using your core to rise up into high prayer. We're going to play around with crow by incorporating it into a vinyasa. So come to the front of your mat, rise up to high prayer, forward fold, hands to the floor. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or jump to the back of the mat, upward facing dog or cobra, downward facing dog, pushing away from the ground. Bend your knees, look forward, and then jump forward into crow, and then shooting back into chaturanga. We're going to try a few more times. Jump forward into crow, holding it if you can, and then shooting backwards. Upward facing dog or cobra, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Step or jump to the front of the mat into a flat back inhale, exhale forward fold, inhale rise up high prayer, exhale chair to the floor. Using the core, slow motion, bringing your seat to the mat without using your hands. Slowly extend the legs and come down on the mat. Widen the legs, releasing all effort for a moment. Bend your right knee, give it a tight pull against the body, and then adjust your hips towards the right as needed for spinal twist. Letting the right knee drop towards the left side of the mat. Extend the right arm towards the right side. You can use your left hand to support the outside of your right knee. You can push down gently to deepen the twist. Again, think of inhale, lengthening the spine, exhale, twisting. If you want to deepen the twist, extend the right leg towards the side, yogi toe lock it, feeling a deeper stretch in the hip and the side of the body. Let go of the toe, bend the knee and bring your hips back on the mat. Extending the right leg, bend the right knee and give it a tug towards the chest, then let the knee fall towards the right side. You can extend the left arm outwards and bring your right hand over your left knee for extra support and extra twist. If you want to go even deeper, grab onto your left toe with your right hand, yogi toe lock, and then extend the left leg towards the side. Chest is open, spine is long. Let go of the toe, bend your knee, bring your hips back on the floor. Windshield wiper your knees side to side to release the lower back. Extend the legs in preparation for Shavasana, corpse pose. For many, the most difficult asana of them all, because here we're not supposed to do anything other than observe the effect that yoga has on our bodies, physical, mental, and energetic bodies. Letting it all go, just staying here and now in your own presence. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.